It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from Arrowhead. Return coming from the 6. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and right with Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw it on 1st down. Now it'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, looking to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Finds his back. The ball is loose. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
You know, Kate, there was a memory burns into my dad, high school coach's memory forever. And that was after winning a game, losing coach comes over and says, Mike, it's sometimes better to be lucky than good. No, my dad was good. In this case, the runner, he was lucky. He was lucky the sideline saved him as that ball bounces harmlessly out of the way.
Throw on 3rd down. Flush down out to his left. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he'll be just inside the 10 before he goes out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he drives this forward to the 6.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. A pickup there of 39. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Rolling left, buying some time. He can run it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants.
Up and good from Blankenship. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's going to push one deep down the right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Chiefs get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He sends this one to the end zone. He's got it. Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Roman Wilson reels it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. No give. It's Brown headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Motioning left is their running back. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's a throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Steelers set to punt it. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Hauled in by Rice. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on first. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Cut near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, you take a huge negative sack like that.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They're going play action. It's caught, Warren. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Slot man in motion right. They'll throw it again. He's on the move. He's on the move. He's forward. Gets a couple of yards. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Dicker connects there. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes has it downfield, working the left. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They send the tight end in motion left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Here's Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs will add to their lead at the end of the half. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's Raymond on the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mahomes now. Hauled in by Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Now it's Mahomes. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. From the red zone now. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw now. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Wide open down the field, and he has it. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers start the 2nd half with some needed points. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers get it back to a 14-point game.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st down from the red zone. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw, Mahomes. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. He'll try and punch it in. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
He gets another shot here. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Chiefs stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. Play action on 1st down. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. They'll try and throw it here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Pass play coming here. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it at the Steelers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline.
Oh, look at this. They're faking it.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch them off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. Running it now out of the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over deep on their own side. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. From midfield now. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Here go the Steelers again, lining up for two. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Chiefs cover off the kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Handoff now out of the gun. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Offense up to the line fast.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They've got a man in motion. They give it to him again. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs getting closer to their 13th win of the season. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Give him 3 on the play. It's going to be 5 to go on 4th down. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Up and good from Blankenship. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner, because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chiefs have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk, because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.